Okay, moving on. Video 6, Plato's Apology, or actually Socrates' Apology, by Plato. Epei kai allos aneresti parios enthade sophos hon ego istomen epide munta. The epei is pointing backward. Socrates is talking about people who charge money to teach, or supposedly teach wisdom. And here we're talking about a parian. Epei, since, or when, or something like that. Epei kai allos. And since an other allos aner esti, there is another man, a parian, parios, enthade, here, sophos hon, so a wise man, whom I, istomen, perceived, epidemunta, to be living in town is the idea, in Athens, to be someone whose demos is Athens, or the Athenians. Etychon gar proselthon, andrihos, etc. For I happened, proselthon, to have gone forth to a man, hos, who, titelike, paid money, chremata, sophistais, to sophists, pleo, sympantes hoialoi, more than all of the others. Kalia, notice that's in the dative, answering back to andri in the dative, despite the fact that it's followed by the pronoun in the nominative, initiating the relative clause, the antecedent of the relative pronoun of which is andri, Callias of Hipponicus. Tuton un, therefore, I inquired, eston gar auto duo vie. Finally, we get a dual. You learn that there's such a thing as a dual number verb, didn't you? But you didn't really learn the paradigm for the duals because they're relatively rare. Well, here we have some duals. Eston gar, for there are two to him sons, if you will. Okay? So he has two sons. Don't forget about the possessive dative. O Kalia, O Callias, indigo, if, on the one hand, so we have a men, where's our day? Our day is way down here. Right? If, on the one hand, of you, the two sons had been born a foal or calf, echomen on, we would have for them to take and hire an overseer, literally, an overstander, if you will. Hos, relative pronoun pointing back to epistate, who would be about to make them beautiful and good ten prosekusan aretain, with respect to appropriate arete, a notoriously difficult word to pin down in English. Ein, don, hutos, ton, bicontis, ton, georgikon. This man, this epistate, this overseer, would be either one, tis, of the horsemen or farmers. Nun depede anthropoeston. Now, okay, so here's the day going back, answering to the men, and now we have another day that just means but or and, depending on the context. Something here would probably be adversative. But now, since they are men, you have an overseer to get or to receive. In mind and no autoin. So tina is going with epistatein. So a certain overseer in mind for them. Tis tes toiautes aretes. Tes anthropines te kai politiques iste unestin. Who is estin epistemon, knowledgeable, and now we get to the genitives answering to what it is that one is knowledgeable about. Tes anthropines, about human things, okay, and things having to do with the polis, so political things. So oimai, for I believe, say, you, eskepthai, to consider diatein ton huieun ktasin, because of these things, possession of your sons, or of the sons, implied your sons. Estintis, ephain, ego, I said. So there is estintis, is there one? I said. A or not. Tanuge is the answer. A dos, he said. The same idiom as eindego, just in the third person. Tis eindego. Who? It's almost getting like a Hemingway short story for a second here. Kai putapos. And from what country? And of how much does he teach? So how much does he charge? Evinis, he said. O Socrates, the Parian, so he's also a Parian. Pente menon, 5 minas. That's how much he charges. That's a lot. Kai ego ton huenon, amakarisa a. So, and I would have considered Evinis to be blessed, a hosalithos, if thus truly, from the alethase adjective meaning true, which means not forgot. Well, don't get me started with what it means, because Heidegger goes on forever about what it means, and he never ends up conclusively with what it means, but it's something like not forgetting or not being unmindful of something. So if thus truly echoi, he were to have this skill, and thus emelos, reasonably, or in price, teaches. Ego gun kai autos, so ge un is what the gun here means. That's just ge, it's a contraction. Therefore, I, kai autos, myself, ikalunomen, would pride myself, and the on here gets across the would, it's contrary to fact, would pride myself and put on airs if I were to know these things. But ugar epistama, I do not know these things, O Athenian men.